Good morning, everybody, or afternoon, whenever you are watching, listening to this video. Okay, today we are going to be looking at fronted adverbials. I hear you say, what on earth are those? We have done it before, okay. I'll just go over it if you have forgotten. So, adverbials, okay, are literally just either words, can just be one word, few words or phrases that give some more information to a sentence. So can you guess what a fronted adverbial is? Easy peasy. It is a word or phrase that will be at the beginning of a sentence. Okay, so have a look at this one. So I put an example on here. I said, Mr. Prescott ate some chocolate. Right, that's a clear, simple sentence. You know exactly who it involves and what they are doing. Okay, not any adjectives, but still. Second sentence, I have added, okay, an adverbial. I've actually added a phrase that actually is telling you a little bit more about what's going on. So it says, Mr. Prescott ate some chocolate underneath his desk. Naughty Mr. Prescott, hey? So the main clause in that sentence is Mr. Prescott ate some chocolate. That is exactly what is going on in the sentence, who it's about and what they're doing. Underneath his desk is additional words to help you understand a little bit more and make the sentence even better. Now what I've done next is to make actually the sentence, I've up-leveled it a little bit, because what I've done is I've changed, I've put the adverbial phrase that I've put on, which is underneath his desk, I've actually put it at the beginning. So then I've put underneath his desk, which is the fronted adverbial now, it's at the front, comma, Mr. Prescott ate some chocolate. So the main clause is what Mr. Prescott, that's what the sentence is about and what he's doing, is eating some chocolate. So that's the main clause. But then I've added the adverbial, but I put it at the front, so it's called a fronted adverbial that's telling you more about what he's doing. So he's eating, but where is he doing it? It's underneath his desk, okay? One thing you must remember, if you put a fronted adverbial on, even if it's just a word, one word like quietly, Mr. Prescott ate some chocolate, that's fine, but you must always, I'll put it in purple, have a comma after it, okay? Right then. Now there are different types of fronted adverbials. You don't have to worry about it too much. Just have a listen, I'll read through it. It says an adverbial, it is at the a fronted adverbial, it's at the front of a sentence or elsewhere, and it will tell you more information about the main clause in the sentence. Now what you can find is that there are 3 things it will tell you about. So this adverbial, even if it's at the front or within a sentence, it will tell you, okay, a little bit more about when something's happening, the whatever is in the sentence. So the time something's happening. It will tell you, it could tell you where something's happening. Or it can actually describe something that's happening in the sentence. I've got two examples underneath. I've put underneath his desk, comma, Mr. Prescott ate some chocolate. So out of those 3, which one is it? So we look at the fronted adverbial, it's underneath his desk. Is it telling you the time, the place, or is it describing it more? Well, it is the place. Okay. Second one, which of course is true, says elegantly, Mrs. Clark walked into the hall. So, which one is it? Is it to do with time? That I said elegantly. So is that word anything to do with time, the place, or is it describing? I think it's the descriptive one. Do you? Good. I'm pleased you do. Okay. Now, we're just going to have a look at a few things that will be coming up on the work you have to do. All right. So, here we go. It says, which type of adverbial has been added to the main clause? Okay, so you look at the front of the first part of the sentence, and I want you to tell me, just have a think as I put it up here. These are the answers, but not in the right order, so don't think you can get away with it. Let me see if I can get it on right. I can. Right, I can move back a bit. Right, I'll read it. And if you've got a piece of paper, you could write it down. So, tell me, is this the fronted adverbial? Is it giving you extra information about the time it's happening, the place, or is it a description? Here we go. Within the grand hall, the old king sat on the throne. So just write one of those. Is it time, place, or description? Second one. Completely exhausted, the old king sat on the throne. So if you notice, it's the same sentence, but we are changing it, giving you different information. Next one. Proudly, the old king sat on the throne. Next one. After the battle had ended, the old king sat on the throne. Many years ago, the old king sat on the throne, and holding his broken crown, the old man sat on his throne. So hopefully, for all of those 6 sentences, you have used one of those, okay? So you should have 3 ones that are descriptive adverbials, 2 that are time, and 1 that is place. I'll take that off, and let's see if we can see how you got on. Let's have a look. So, they're all fronted adverbials, okay? The first one says, within the grand hall. So it's telling you the king sat, where he sat. So it's a place. The second one is completely exhausted. So that's not telling you the place, not telling you the time. So it's describing how the king sat down. The next one, it says proudly. So again, it's just describing how he sat down. Next one, after the battle had ended, it is the time when he did it. It was after the battle. It's telling you a bit more information. Next one, many years ago, again, telling you when it happened. So it's the time. And the last one, holding his broken crown. So it's not place, not telling you where, and it's not telling you when it happened, when he did it. It's just a descriptive adverbial. Okay, here we go. Have a look at these. It says match the adverbials to the suitable main clause. Right, so on this side we have the adverbials, and this I want you to put them together. So it says here, whispering quickly and nervously. Which one of those would you put? Just put A and tell me which number you would put it with. B, jumping around like monkeys. Which one would go with it? And then C, silently but viciously. Oh, I know that one without looking. The children played on the climbing frame. Ah, no, perhaps not. Right then, let's have a look. Well, perhaps that's just year 6 doing that, hey? Right, here we go. The answers then. So, A, if I read it, you should have put it with 3. Whispering quickly and nervously, comma, the robbers made their final plans. Second one, jumping around like monkeys, comma, the children played on the climbing frame. Yes. And lastly, silently but viciously, the beast flicked his long tongue. Okay, there we go. Next one. Just have a go. I obviously won't know what you put, but it says, can you add a fronted adverbial to these sentences? Okay, so the first one, it says, something, the artist finally completed her picture. The second one, the final decision was made. So the first one, what am I going to say? Have a think. What could you put at the beginning? Are you going to describe when she did it, how she did it, where she did it? I would say standing in the church, comma, the artist finally completed her picture. They've given some answers. After working on it for weeks, comma, so again, that's time. The artist finally completed her picture. And the other one, as the deadline approached, the final decision was made. Have a go at this one. Choose the most appropriate fronted adverbial that you could put at the beginning of this sentence. So by itself, it says the dragon awoke suddenly from its sleep. So that you could have that as a complete sentence. That's fine. To up-level it, you could put an adverbial in either at the end or before it, okay, to add more interest. So you could say when it happened, where it happened, or describe it more. Here we want you to put an adverbial at the beginning. So let's have a look. Around the back of the house, comma, the dragon awoke. Moving its feet with care, the dragon awoke suddenly. Or not knowing why, comma, the dragon awoke suddenly from its sleep. Let's see. Of course, C. Next one. Write a main clause that you could follow, that could follow each of these fronted adverbials. In front of the huge castle, Mr. Prescott ran around in a dragon's costume. How about that? Scared for his life, Mr. Prescott ran away from the crocodile from the moat. You see what you could come up with. Write those down and you have a go. I'm going to carry on. You can pause me, pause this, and come up with one yourself. Okay? They put the king and his army prepared to enter, or scared for his life, he slid silently behind the tree, waiting for the danger to pass. Next one, change. Now this one, really look carefully. Okay? It's like I did one at the beginning. In here, there'll be a main clause, and then there will be a part that's telling you more about it. And I want you to put the adverbial at the beginning of the sentence. So first of all, we sang the chorus of our favourite song with tremendous heart and soul. So I think that the main clause is we sang the chorus of our favourite songs, telling you who's doing it, what they're doing, okay? So the adverbial that's giving you more information about what you're doing is they're singing it with tremendous heart and soul. So with tremendous heart and soul could go to the beginning. But you put that at the beginning and then you must put a comma, all right? We'll see in a minute if I'm right. The enormous giant emerged from the sea beneath the rugged cliffs. Right. So I know that the rugged cliffs is where it's happening. So it's the place. So what's the main clause? It must be the enormous giant emerged from the sea. So I'm going to put beneath the rugged cliffs at the beginning, add a comma, and then I will have my verb at the front. So let's see if I'm correct. Right, so that's the main clause. Oh, no, sorry, I'll go back. So I was correct. So beneath the rugged cliffs, comma, the enormous giant emerged from the sea. Good. Next one. Right. Again, I'd say, so I can finish this quicker. Have a look. It says use the word bank and write a sentence with a fronted adverbial. Okay, use those words. If you need to add any more, that's fine. Do not forget your comma when you've put your fronted adverbial in. Okay, have a go. Here's one. Under the setting sun, the forgotten city shimmered. Whoa. Right, here there are 3 sentences. In which one is the fronted adverbial actually used correctly? I'll read it. Next year, the mathematician solved the puzzle. With great concentration, the mathematician solved the puzzle. Sat under the spotlight, the mathematician solved the puzzle. Well, I know it can't be the bottom one because there is not a comma in, so that is definitely not right. So it's got to be A or B. So let's have a look at A. Next year, the mathematician solved the puzzle. Well, he's telling you a time, but would that be correct? I think it might be the second one. Let's see. B is correct, absolutely. And it's because it's in the correct tense. Okay, right. Oh, and I've stopped it. Let me go. Oh, you could saw a picture of me then. That's not so good, is it? Okay. Oh, you still see me on. Right then. Now, have a look at the work that you have, the sheets, and you will find everything that we have looked at is on this video. I suggest if you get stuck, come back to the video and have another look. Good luck. Enjoy. See you soon. Bye.